Good morning, dear students. In the previous lecture, we discussed about energy resources, and in today's lecture, we'll talk about food resources. So, let's start our today's lecture. Benjamin Franklin once said that a house is not a home unless it contains food and fire for the mind as well as the body. So, food is an essential element of the life without which we cannot even expect the existence of life on this planet. Start with the introduction. Food is the chief essential material which the body needs for its well being. It is essential for growth and development of living organisms. The essential materials which are called food are actually the nutrients which are required by the body for various metabolic activities and growth. These nutrients are chemical compounds in food that are used by the body to function properly and maintain good health. The examples of these nutrients include proteins, fats, carbohydrates, vitamins, and minerals. The nutrients are available from a variety of animal and plants which we use as a food source in our day-to-day life. Now, talking about the importance of food, if we talk about the entire life cycle from infancy to the adulthood, the food is required at every single stage in human life cycle. A normal person needs proteins, carbohydrates, minerals, vitamins, and oils for meeting out its body demand. The food is required for the growth of the body, the repairment of the body cells, daily activities such as breathing, digestion, etc., and for balancing the body heat. Now, talking about the sources of food, majority of people obtain food from the cultivated plants and domesticated animals. Although some food is obtained from the oceans and fresh waters, but the great majority of food for human population is obtained from the traditional land-based agriculture of crops and livestock. The various types of food resources are agricultural crops, livestock, which includes the cattle, as well as the fishes. It is estimated that out of near about 2.5 lakh species of plants on this earth, only 300 varieties have been tried as agricultural crops. Under the different agroclimatic conditions, only 300 species are grown for food and only 100 of it are used on a large scale. Some of the species of crops provide food, whereas other provide commercial products like oils, fibers, etc. In approximate order of importance are wheat, rice, corn, potatoes, barley, sweet potatoes, soybeans, oats, sorghum, millets, sugarcane, rye, peanuts, beans, chickpeas, bananas, as well as coconuts. Now, the green revolution that is related with agriculture was started about 10,000 years back when people started domesticating animals and began cultivation of crops. Our country, India, is blessed with vast land and the plenty of water resources, along with the favorable climate for plant productivity. Our country also enjoys a wide range of genetic diversity of the plant. We are among top 10 mega diverse countries across this world. Agriculture is the occupation for nearly two-thirds of the country's population. Our economy is also agriculture-based economy. Large number of people of our country are associated with the agriculture as a profession. World Food Day is an international day that is celebrated every year worldwide on 16th of October to celebrate the date of founding of United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization in 1945. The livestock population also participate in providing various products to the human beings, which are part of our daily foods. The domesticated animals are an important food source. The major domesticated animals used as a food source by human beings are ruminants, which are actually cattle, sheep, goats, camels, etc. These ruminants have a capability to convert indigestible woody tissue of plant cellulose into the digestible food products for human consumption. Milk, which is provided by milking animals, is considered to be a complete food. The other domestic animals like sheep, goat, poultry can also be used as meat. The fish and seafood contribute high quality protein to provide balanced diet to this world. Aquaculture, which is uh, associated with the Blue Revolution, is a term that is used for fish farming. Now, talking about the White Revolution, for predominantly vegetation vegetarian population of India, milk and milk products constitute the major source of nutrients like proteins, calcium, minerals, fat, etc. Milk is considered as a wholesome food, which is easily digestible and naturally available. According to the reports of National Institute of Nutrition, the per capita requirement of milk is near about 200 to 300 grams per day. The White Revolution in India was started with the success of Anand Dairy in Gujarat during the 60s. Inspired by its achievements in the National Dairy Development Board (NDDB) was constituted during 1965 at Anand. Operation Flood was the name of the project to augment milk production in the country. Now we'll talk about the world food problems. As per estimation of Food and Agriculture Organization, about 840 million people remain chronically hungry, and out of this, near about 800 millions are living in the developing world. So you can see this data and get some idea that most of the hungry people are actually living in the developing worlds. The major food problems are insufficient production of agricultural crops, lack of irrigation facility because most of the farmers are dependent on rainwater for irrigating their agricultural crops. The other problems include undernutrition and malnutrition, which is undernourishment and malnourishment. There is also problem of black marketing of the food or crops, as well as improper agriculture practices. So these are some of the food problems which the entire world is facing at present. Now we'll talk about the factors which are causing these food problems. Some of these factors may include geographic conditions. Some areas are geographically not fit for cultivating the crops. Lack of rainfall because of climate change also. The rainfall pattern has now been changed drastically, which is affecting our agriculture production. The population growth with these stresses on agriculture production, the demand is increasing because the population of the entire world is increasing very fastly. Inadequate distribution system, there is no proper distribution system of the food to the society. The poor quality of soil is also responsible for limited production of agriculture crops. The social disruption and terrorism, calamities like flood and drought also destroy large agricultural lands. Desertification, which is one of the burgeoning problem at present. Eutrophication, which we have discussed in the previous lectures also, is also responsible for the food problems. Along with this, The problem of waterlogging and overgrazing are also contributing to the lower agriculture production worldwide. Now, talking about the undernutrition, the Food and Agriculture Organization estimates that an average minimum daily calorific intake over the whole world is about 2500 calories per day. People who receive less than 90% of their minimum dietary intake on a long term basis are considered as undernourished people. Those who receive less than 80% of their minimum daily calorific intake requirements are considered seriously undernourished. The children in this category are likely to suffer from stunted growth, mental retardation, and other developmental disorders, which are very commonly seen nowadays among the different societies. Therefore, undernourishment means lack of sufficient calories in available food, resulting in little or no ability to move or walk. The person may have excess food, but still diet suffers due to nutritional imbalance or inability to absorb, or may have problem to utilize essential nutrients. Many times it has been seen that although a person is taking sufficient food, but that food is not a balanced food or it's not a balanced diet, which is resulting into deficiency of some of the nutrients in the body. If we compare diet of the developed countries with the developing countries, people in developed countries, the developed countries has processed food which may be deficient in fiber, vitamins and other components, whereas in the diet of the developing countries, there may be lack of specific nutrients because they consume less meat, fruit and vegetables due to poor purchasing power. So it is very essential to take proper food along with the dietary food. Your food should contain all the essential minerals and nutrients which is required by the body for growth and development. Now we'll talk about the changes caused by agriculture and overgrazing. Because of overgrazing in agriculture, the problems which has been associated with the soil or the land resources or the food resources are deforestation, erosion of the soil, depletion of the nutrients, because if there will be erosion of the soil, then the nutrients from the top layer of the soils will get washed away along with the water. The impact related to high yield varieties, the problems related with the fertilizers, also the problems related with the pesticides, the problem of waterlogging as well as the problem of salinity. Now we'll talk about the balanced diet. The estimates range from 1600 to 2400 calories per day for adult women and 2000 to 3000 calories per day for adult men as a balanced diet. The supply of adequate amount of different nutrient can help to improve the malnutrition and its ill effects. A balanced diet should include proteins, carbohydrates, minerals, fats, vitamins and oils. The balanced diet helps to improve the growth and health of a person. So that was about the food resources, the problems which are related with the food resources, and the terms which are used in terms of uh, intake of essential food elements such as malnutrition, etc. So we can say that there is enough food for every person in this world, but millions do not have money to buy it. So don't waste food because somewhere someone is sleeping empty stomach. The message that should be taken from this lecture is that we should never waste food because it is very important for the life of people, for the survival of life on this earth. Already our food resources are under huge stress, and under these circumstances, if we will keep on wasting our food, then very soon we will be in short of the food, and this will result into loss of life to a very larger scale on this earth. So that was all about today's lecture. Thank you so much.